Hey everybody. I know usually my wife is on this side. She's not very decent right now, so she's only in a diaper right now, so yeah. Yesterday we found out that the place that we used to live caught fire. It was arson. And it's disturbing for us because on Halloween of last year, we moved, or Hallows Eve. And
October 30th.
Yeah, October 30th.
The fire was January 26th.
Yeah, January 26th. And we just found out by someone. And we don't watch the news for good reasons. And this is some of the pictures that
was given to
us. What's even more disturbing is this is in the back where the parking lot is. Now, if I zoom in, it's a little blurry. There is, where the trees are, there's 104, 204, and then there's 304, where we live, or used to live. And if you can see
that
good...
That might be 05, though.
Yeah, 105, something like that. It was a little. It was arranged a little weird on the ground.
Because we couldn't see. I think ours is right here.
Well, that's where our bedroom.
Behind the tree.
No, that's where our bedroom was.
Oh.
And then over, you could actually see where
cause a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of the tree.
And then there's the.
Yeah. So
you can see a balcony caved in. And that's where we were. Yeah, and as you can see...
right there.
Yeah. And as you can see...
204 is caved in too.
And as you can see, if we were there, most likely we would have died.
If we didn't die, our cats might have.
Because we know that something like this... middies would have hidden.
It started at 5 o'clock, the 25th, with the altercation with the police and the person who did it, because they had a warrant out to do something. But I think Alicia would have told me, take the cats and go. In the back. Don't go in the front, or don't even walk past the front. So I think we might have been spared.
Because usually I have a hard time sleeping. I usually get sleep around probably 4:35 in the morning. That's when I sometimes will just conk out. And even then, sometimes my body will only sleep for 3 hours at a time.
But it was 5 p.m. It was like right at supper time. So I think you would have said, take the cats and go.
Yeah, the altercation, yes. But because also too,
because the fire started between 12:30 and 1, I think.
In the morning.
In the morning on the 26th. So.
And this is hard for me to say, this part. Very hard. I knew the guy for about 4 years.
3 years.
Well, 3 years in the building, but I also knew him outside of that apartment before we even went there.
Oh, okay.
And as a missionary. And because we've seen him at a few food kitchens and stuff like that, and we talked. Of course, because I talked to him as a missionary, not just as a friend, the conversations are confidential. But we became really, really good friends when we moved there. You know, he cooked things for us, we cooked things for him.
Or just gave.
Yeah, or gave things to each other. We'd sit for hours sometimes talking. The cat. We became close to the cat too. And unfortunately, this person threw his cat in the oven. And they believe that's how it started. I pray that the cat was dead first. To even have that thought of that precious, beautiful cat. In pain like that. Now, I'm not condoning what he did. I condemn it. I condemn it wholeheartedly. But I can guarantee you he was not in his right mind.
Yep.
At the end of it, when we were moving, that very day that we were moving, we needed his help, but he was so paranoid and so... It wasn't him. There was something else controlling him that day. And I looked at him. I said, bro, there's a demon controlling you. He said, I can control it. I said, no, you can't. It's going to take control of you. See, I didn't have the authority to... I didn't have the authority to turn around and bind it or cast it out. It didn't come against me. It didn't show any aggression to me. So, unless that demon did do that, I couldn't do anything. Because in the spiritual realm, there's laws. In the physical realm, there's laws. And both human and demon and angels have to abide by them. Even God does. Even Satan does, even though he tries to bend the rules. And as a friend and as a missionary, it feels like I failed. It feels like I failed his cat. It feels like I failed. Feels like I failed him. And that's the worst feeling as someone who is a missionary or someone who teaches the Word of God. Knowing what I was seeing was going to take him over. But he wouldn't give me permission to do anything. It bound my hands. I mean, how many times do we bind God's hands from helping us? How many times? I think she wants to be seen. But, Cleo, there's 15 minutes. And, I hate being on camera and here can't keep it together. Almost a month later when it happened, and we're just finding out. It's sobering. But it feels like I failed him. Failed as a friend. Failed as a missionary. Failed as a messenger of God. I know I'm involved in a war. All children of God are. And in every war, there's wins and there's losses.
What time is it?
2 minutes to 4. 2 to 4.
Got about half an hour.
And but it still doesn't feel good. But God is still watching out for me and my wife and our kitty cats. To think though, where if we were there, we would have had no time to get anything because the fire alarms didn't go off.
There's firefighters and maybe tenants that knocked on doors.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We had bug-out bags. We had BOBs ready in case something like that did happen.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that middies would run and hide, and even we had a hard time finding her at times.
Yeah.
And with Cleo, you might have been able to grab her. Might, because she's quite fast. You know, we would have been naked, so we would have had to take the time to get dressed. Or at least decent. And that's where you also have to keep a clear mind and a very calm mind. It's hard. But it's still traumatizing.
Yeah.
I guess in a way my mind is still trying to process everything. Yeah.
Me too.
And what has made us really blessed that God had us move when we did.
But bef-
Yeah.
but before we moved, we knew we had to move or something was going to happen.
We know it's your dinner time.
We knew it.
I kept having dreams of things happening to the building. Most of the time it was fires in my dream. I've always had these dreams growing up. Just things before they happen and they'd end up happening. Yeah, I know, you're hungry. And last night I did have a hard time sleeping. Had a few nightmares. It's interesting how we were here at the time, but it's like because we had such an intimate connection to that building, and we still had really good friends in that building. And know that there's kids in that building. Kids. Now, I don't condemn him. I condemn his acts. Does he deserve to go to prison? I think he deserves to be psychiatrically evaluated. Put away psychiatrically to get help that he needs. But the actual help that he does need, he's not going to get it spiritually until he's ready. And I pray that God will put a harvester, a messenger of God, in his path when he's ready. And when God is knocking on that door, he will answer it, so that those demons can be driven out. It's it's shocking, traumatizing.
Yep. Definitely.
Just blown our minds that this has happened. This is 4 times that we've escaped fires. Well, twice for Shannon. But for me, it's 4 times. And I've had run-ins with being on the Junior Fire Brigade with fires. House fires, field fires, forest fires. Cars flip and burn. People dying, being burned alive in cars and houses. I won't go into details of what or how. Oh, yeah, okay. Come here. Come here.
You want food.
This is Cleo. She wants food. Don't you, girl?
She's gonna get it.
Yeah. And,
but our friend is coming soon, so we gotta...
Yeah. Well, she was being a mother hen last night. She wouldn't go off me. She wouldn't.
Now, put this in your books. This is so rare.
Very
That
rare. They're actually
laying
touching
together
each other.
and laying together and touching each other.
Yeah, we do have a picture of one time, but that's it.
Yeah, it's very rare.
I don't think Minnie's minds it. It's more Cleo. She gets bitchy and looks at her and smacks Cleo, smacks Minnie's. It's like, and Minnie's looks at us like,
What did I do?
yeah, like what the heck? Like, what? You know, what's with her? And I mean, Minnie's does get does like to maul ya, does like to go too far, but Cleo, she doesn't let her get away with it. She'll just like smack, 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 and Minnie's like, huh? Like, what the heck? And we're even praying that we get enough money to take her to the vet.
Yeah, and that
We can get her pills.
we can get our pills March 1st when we have the appointment.
Right now, we're down to giving her 1 pill a week, which is really painful for her.
She's every 3 days, 4 days.
It's supposed to be. But if we're going to make it last, we need to do it this way. Can't tell you how much it bothers me. Anyways,
We gotta get ready.
we do gotta get ready. Anyways, be blessed, and it'll probably take a few days before this even downloads or uploads to the internet, because our connection is 1990s.
And we did get White in Control diapers.
Yes,
Supposed to.
but we'll do another video on that.
Yeah, we'll do another video on that.
But they are
Awesome.
one of the best that we've ever seen.
Except for that it's
Hook and loop.
hook loops, yeah.
But we actually have to say those hook and loops, these ones,
Are better than the other
amazing.
ones that we've tried.
They're amazing. But anyways, be blessed,
Be blessed.
and happiness is a choice.
Make it a good one. See you in the
See
next
ya.
one.